Starts with a fresh delivery here. UBC Knights were taking on Sun TV. The final match of the day. It's been fresh Saturday, had different emotions, different kind of games altogether. We saw last hour encounters. We saw clinical performances. Everything happened in this tournament, in this day especially. Sun TV have won their previous game against Friends 11, whereas UBC Knights, they lost the game against ACP Builders. So it will be much more pressure game for them in terms of points table battle, in terms of staying alive in the tournament. For a lot of reasons, UBC Knights will be fighting hard to ensure that they are into the game. So far, 5 games happened today. 4 of them won by teams batting first, which is a strategical advantage for them. But that don't help them throughout the tournament or throughout the day. They should post a total of more than 80 or 90. That may ensure their victory. That's genuine boundary. Classical stroke making. UBC Knights are scoring the first boundary of the day. Take back a look at that with the way how Shiva bowled the delivery. Not an elegant classical card drive, but anyhow it's a protective card drive that gives a boundary. In their first game against Friends 11, they have chased a target of 33 in just 2.4 overs. That's such a high impactful performance from Sun TV. They have strong bowlers with them. Almost every single bowler of Sun TV bowled really well, especially Shiva, 2 overs 9 for 1. Vignesh bowled well, Kutti Karthik bowled well, Amutishwaran, Basha, every other bowler did exceptional performance. Whereas for UBC Knights, they've been given a target of 67. They went almost closer to the target and they lost the game by a difference of just 5 runs. That's the story of the team so far. Now they'll be fighting hard to ensure that they're winning this game. A decent first over, 5 for no loss. In the previous game's second innings, we saw the team scoring 35 in the power play. That gave them the advantage of extending their power play to the third over. That actually helps the team's batting quality. Even that improves the confidence. It's not about the 5 fielder factor or the 2 fielder factor. It's about the confidence. When you post 30 runs on the board and extend the power play, you'll feel that you're going on the right track and the positivity spreads across the game. And in a lot of ways, since morning we've been speaking about the mental health of a cricketer, the way how mental health helps the cricketer, the way how mind games are helping the cricketers to achieve higher goals. That's because of the mental clarity, the thought process that they're having, the understanding of the game. Not in a professional level, not in a gully cricket level. At any level of cricket, there should be a space for innovation. There should be a space for creation for a cricketer. And that's how they could find new things in the game. As this game don't have any rules. This game only have laws. It's quite close. Continues to bowl Satu. So it's always a welcome call for the innovations. They'll say follow the basics. They'll say go on to the cover drive by using your high elbow. Don't open your body. Whereas when you take someone like Surya Kumar Yadav, who opens the body completely, take someone like Steven Smith, one of the greater batters of the Test cricket, opens their body. It only gets applicable when you become successful. That's the problem here. Until you become successful, the theory of opening the body won't be accepted by the pro gurus of the game. Of course, there will be a lot of advantage for the batter to not open the body, but in terms of requirement, in terms of the evolution, certain things will be broken. Grammars were meant to be broken in cricket. Sliced it through the point direction. Why we are speaking about this is sometimes the batters were restricting themselves, not just the batters, even the bowlers were restricting themselves from not trying or innovating anything new. Just sticking onto the box. When you try something out of the box, innovation happens, and that's how the reverse sweep have been created. That's how the scope shot have been created. The overthinking thought process of a batter along with the evolution of the game creates a lot of new cricket stroke makings, a lot of new deliveries in the game. 2 overs 10 for no loss. I'll continue with what we're speaking about. Just imagine someone like Shane Warne, who's been considered as the legend of the game. And now look at the leg spinning standard of Rashid Khan. Both the bowlers were completely different bowlers. That's because of the kind of demand that the modern day cricket is expecting from a leg spinner. And Rashid Khan did his own homework and what is the requirement of a T20 franchisee for a spinner and what needs to be done at the right point of time. If you're bowling a 14th over or 15th over, you can't flight the ball and turn the ball like what Shane Warne did in his period. Because the game has been changed. There has been a lot of evolution in the game. So Rashid Khan finds his own way of doing things. He's not flighting the ball. He's bowling as quick as possible. There were a lot of variations. So in terms, he broke so many grammars, but a new dimension of leg spin have born. And that should be done in the local cricket because these crickets will be witnessed in a long form. Not sure, this match could have been a meme content. Anything that tried in this game could become viral. So keeping that in mind at every standard of the game, the players should always be ready to think out of the box by breaking the grammars. Especially in this region of the country, it is much more mandatory. We are having so many cricketers who are playing within the box in Tamil Nadu. We need someone like Surya Kumar Yadav, Rinku Singh, quality of players in this state. For that, out of the box thought process must be there. And that will born here, because the gully cricket is going to be the future of IPL, the future of T10 formats. So gully cricketers are also having that responsibility of making this game to the next level. For that, these tournaments were much more important. Even the professional cricketers were participating in this. 11 for no loss. Goes for the wide ball. Well for no loss, 2.2 overs. Whereas UBC Knights, they must be well aware of what's the potential of Sun TV. So far, the exceptional thing was they didn't lose much wickets. Especially this man, Basha, is known for taking wickets. He picked up 2 crucial wickets in the previous game by just conceding 9 runs. They must be aware of these bowlers, but when will you take that risk of attacking the bowlers? That's the question. Swing and a miss. Probably he's the third bowler of this game. We might be having 2 more bowlers to bowl. Maybe they will be targeting to attack those 2 bowlers. The pattern of which Shane Watson tried in the 2018 IPL final. When Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is in the standard of his own style, and Rashid Khan is bowling really well. So what Shane Watson did is eliminating these 2 bowlers. In fact, omitting these 2 bowlers by just scoring singles and dot balls against these bowlers. And he started attacking the rest of the bowlers. Especially Siddharth Gaul got the better punishment against Shane Watson, and they eventually won the game. Sometimes giving the right respect to the set bowler or to the mainstream bowler will help the batting side in terms of posting what they're exactly expecting for. 2.5 overs, 12 for no loss. One more to end this over. This has been a slow paced batting so far. Of course, the wicket column still looks 0, but that helps them to a certain extent. But at this point of time, it's much more mandatory for them to score more runs on the board. That's good running between the wickets, getting a couple of runs on the board because of overthrows. It's quite a boundary by running between the wickets to end this over. That brings the end of the third over. Just take back a look at that overthrow. Disappointed wicketkeeper. Tried his best. But end of the day, that's 4 runs on the board. 3 overs, 16 for no loss. $16 for no loss, 3 overs. For no loss. Ganesh and Abhishek were the 2 batters, with Ruben being the 4th bowler of the day. Typically, bowlers were getting introduced in every single over. That's the mainstream captains used to do. I could hardly remember Owen Morgan doing an experimental phase when he was the captain of Kolkata Knight Riders. It was post-COVID situation in 2021 when the matches have been prepared to be hosted only in few venues, with Chennai and Bombay in the initial phase, and then Ahmedabad and Delhi. Likewise, they have scheduled the tournament. That's quite disappointing for the wicketkeeper. He was not satisfied with that umpire giving a white ball. I'll just continue with what we are speaking about. Owen Morgan being the Kolkata Knight Riders captain, they've been given hardly 4 to 5 matches to be played at Chennai. So this being a spin bowling track, Owen Morgan being a captain who comes from England, he felt it hard to access to the conditions, and what he did is making 5 spin bowlers to play in the bowling lineup and using all the 5 spin bowlers in the first 5 overs of the power play against Mumbai Indians. And you know what? It went really well. Quinton de Kock struggled a lot to play. Rohit Sharma struggled a lot to play. And eventually he succeeded in that game plan. Kolkata Knight Riders have won the game. That's a bit of drop catch. The motto of this story is point number 1, a captain who understands the condition as well as understanding his own players, utilizing different players in his first 5 overs and then adapting to the conditions according to the way how the bowlers performed. Point number 2 is an overseas captain who understood a subcontinent conditions pretty better. That's something everyone should learn from Owen Morgan. Likewise, the captain of Sun TV is having different kind of bowlers in different kind of overs just to know how the bowlers were having the day, because it's a day's game. Even though you'll be having plenty of numbers behind you, but on that particular day, if you couldn't be able to score runs or take wickets, you'll be considered as a failure performer. So it's pretty mandatory for the captain to understand the vibe of the player in a modern terms. And if you understand the vibe of that particular player who's having better day today, they can use that particular bowler in the most crucial phase of the innings. Because in terms of captaincy, it's not just about doing the homework in your working table. It's about doing on-field homeworks according to the situation. It's 20 for no loss, 3.3 overs. I'm a big fan of that no loss factor, because as long as you maintain good partnership, you'll be a good batting side. But looking at this no loss, it doesn't impact me much because they're 20 for no loss in 3.3 overs. Almost 35% of the first innings, and they didn't make much impact. And I'm not sure what they're going to do in the rest of these overs. As him being the 4th bowler, not getting that attack we are expecting for. Can we expect a boundary? Cut it away. But there is a deep fielder chasing down the ball. Probability of them going for 2 runs. Good control from the fielder. No chance of the 3rd run. Couple of runs on this over, but this is not enough for them. Anything below 70 will be a challenging stuff for them. UPC Knights and Sun TV were known for their batting standards. Swinging got the connections better. Will be just a single to end this over. That's 4 overs, 24 for no loss. .24 for no loss, UPC Knights. Trying to slice the ball, couldn't get the connections better. Good use of the bounce, generating the extra pace to extract the bounce. Of course, it's a green pitch, having a bit of grass covered over the wicket. But it's not going to impact the tennis ball cricket, right? Because in terms of stretch ball cricket, you can speak a lot about the bounce factor. But especially for a full toss delivery like this, you can't speak about the bounce factor. Good stop from the fielder. Saving boundary. Saving another couple of runs for his side. But yes, if you extract a bit of energy while pitching the ball, the bounce will be higher. But it's about choosing the right areas to pitch. If you give a lot of time to the batter, he'll punish you through hook shots and cut shots. Look at that. He was waiting for that to come on to him. It's been a bit slow from the bowler. Maybe sometimes the change of pace the slow balls are going to impact the batters. They'll be hurry-burriedly waiting for the ball to come onto the bat. If the ball is not coming onto the bat, they can't make the decisions right. Waiting for a long time is a bit terrible situation. And that's why more slower bowlers were still successful in T20 cricket. For instance, you can take someone like Yuzvendra Chahal. Even in the 18th over, it's really hard to play against Yuzvendra Chahal. For instance, you take someone like Adam Zampa, who's been evolving as a proper T20 package. We've seen him performing well in the World Cup. He will still perform better in T20 cricket. He's improvising a lot. And that's how the game goes. 27 for no loss, UBC Knights. Field adjustments for going on from Basha. Look at his numbers. He's been pretty decent today. But the rest of the deliveries are going to decide whether he had completed the bowling spell with the good numbers, or is he going to be an expensive candidate. Swing and got the connections through the covers. Having a fielder at the deep. Going for the second run, and that's successful. Sorry. Good running between the wickets. Couple of runs on the board. Almost halfway through the innings. Ball a run from the batting side. That's a dot ball done this over. 5 overs halfway through the innings. UBC Knights for 29 for no loss. Swing and couldn't get the connections better. Run out chance here. Good awareness between the batters. The partnership has been 30 of 31 balls. If it is a ODI game, this would have been considered as an attacking intent, right? But we can't say that in a 10 overs game, because the game is beyond that. It's into the 70s, 90s and 100s. But if they go in this similar pace, they can't be able to score more than 60 or 65. It's going to be half target. That depends upon the kind of bowling you have. That depends upon the kind of batting display that Sun TV are having. Especially teams like Sun TV are pretty unstoppable. And if you post it average total, they'll easily chase the target. Catch is the call. Pushing that to be a single. 5.2 is 32 for no loss. Just maintaining 6.00 as the run rate. Not more than that, not less than that. Sattu, the bowler, who continues to bowl his second over to end his spell. Taking his own time to stop the ball. Good running between the wickets. 5.5 overs, 34 for no loss. And one more to end this over. Good spell from the bowler. In fact, three more to end this over. Good spell from the bowler so far. Push through the final leg region. That seems like a good catch taken. Another wicket. Over there, look at that. The first wicket of the day. Tried to play the hook shot but finds the fielder at the final leg region to get the first breakthrough. Satu the bowler brings up the breakthrough here for Sun TV and the partnership broken. .34 for 1. One more to complete this over. Swing and didn't get the connections better. Dot ball to end this over. 6 overs, 34 for 1. Another wicket falls here. Shiva gets his first wicket here. Good celebrations were going on between Sun TV setup, as they didn't start the innings with much wickets in the early stage, but after a point of time when the team started to push the run rate with the bat, initially the wickets have started falling. And that's how the second wicket is falling now. Almost halfway. 60% of the game is over. First innings. It's just 35 for 2 UBC Knights. Catches the call. $39.52. Just this has been going slowly with Ganesh fighting hard at one end. That's quite different. Good bowling action. This is on the fingers were up. It's not the umpire's fingers, it's the bowler's fingers. He's pretty sure that he dismissed the batter. Just look at the body language. That's a sign of confidence and celebration. Look at his hands. Look at the fingers. That's the body language you should possess. Great piece of bowling. The way he releases the ball, it's not quite like Malinga. It's not quite like Shoaib Akhtar, but it's been coming as cross as possible. Not bowling near his ears. That's helping him really well. 6.5, 39 for 3. The set batters were gone. Now 2 new batters, one being Ishak and the other being Murugesh. They have to take up the responsibility with 2 wickets for Shiva and 1 more to complete this over. Almost during the death overs, the run rate is dipping down. They have to do something to stop this happening for them, because if you score less than 60 or 65, it's not going to be an easy game for you. Even though if you have better resource, even though if you have better bowlers, Sun TV will always be ahead of you because they know what they have to chase. That's the advantage of being batting second. Beautiful bowling. End of over, 7 overs, 39 for 3. Karuna, the new bowler, introducing here at the death overs. That's a great jump. That's a great jump from the fielder. But unfortunately, that goes for the sixer. Good start here for Murugesh. This is something they've been expecting for a long while. Now a bit of hopes here after that sixer from Murugesh. Especially, he targeted the zone where 2 fielders were standing. Look at that. Look at that. It was a premeditated stroke. And good try from the fielder. Good try from the fielder. Great effort. Now it's not like just 2.5 overs, it's like 17 balls in front of you. Can you be able to 4 sixes out of 17? Then the total will be even much better. Another good bowling here. Good comeback from the bowler. It's always dangerous to introduce a bowler at the death phase of the innings. And that's why the most of the captains were introducing their bowlers, all the 5 bowlers within the first 5 overs. Then according to the kind of performance they made, you can use them conventionally. The one who performed really well will be used in the lateral part of the innings. The one who is struggling will be given an immediate over to complete the spell. That's a boundary. Expensive over it is. Within just 3 balls, 10 runs conceded. As of this game's flow, This has been considered to be an expensive over. Look at that. Immediate 10 runs on the board. Beautiful batting display. 49 for 3 UBC Knights. Moves across. Swing and a miss. Not getting enough connections over there. 50 is much more possible. Just 2 boundaries in this over and a sixer. When you deeply look into it, a boundary and a sixer came in this over. Then imagine the situation of UBC Knights so far in the innings. Wide given. Look at the reaction of the wicketkeeper. He was not satisfied with that decision. But at the end of the day, umpire's decisions were final. We have to cope up with that. You will get the benefits too. Sometimes, it happens in the game of cricket. End of the day, everyone were humans. And as of now in this tournament, the umpires have did splendid job. They were doing umpiring really well. That's a great catch. Easy picking from the fielder. Another wicket falls. That's 50 for 4 now. Ends is over. One more to go it seems. But gets a wicket here, Karuna. Take back a look at that. He's been bowling that back off length delivery way outside off stump again and again. This time the batter tried to play the cut shot. But that finds the fielder's hands. Good catch from the fielder. And the celebrations were going on. 50 for 4, one more 10. Now loss ball of this over. 50 for 4 UBC Knights. Slices it, couldn't get the connections. Dot ball to end this over. 2 more to go. 50 for 4 UBC Knights. Swinging got the connections better. That will be given 1 bounce boundary. Good way to start this 9th over. This is the time to rescue yourself and to put a decent total on the board. Shakes his head, Mr. Saravanan. Eleven more balls. Ruben continues to bowl. Now, these 2 overs are going to be the crucial overs that's going to decide whether it's a challenging total or it's slight bit of tough total or it's going to be hard for the chasing. Hopes were that, but they have to go for a maximum after maximum to make that possible. Coming to form at the right time, UBC Knights. 55 for 4. This is good bowling. Catch is the call. And that's taken comfortably at the long on. Easy pickings for the fielder. This has been a traditional way of losing a wicket in the death overs. And you won't be given any negative reviews for that because you tried your best. And that's what you will target with the bowlers' plans for the Yorker. You use your straight bat, played at the long on. Then what else you could do? You can't clear the 6 every single time. And that's the story of the batter. 55 for 5. Leading edge into there. That's a great catch. This will be rewarded really high because three fielders converging together, having conscious on both the ends. The one eye on the fielders, on the other eye on the ball, and he caught the ball really well. Just take back a look at that. Even the cover point fielder was chasing down the ball. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Good understanding between the fielders. 55 for 6 anyway. .4 overs, 55 for 6. A full toss delivery, punished hard. But that is not finding the gap. Just gone for the single. Started really well, a prideful start to the over. But with the way how the over is going, it's quite good to watch how current Ruben is giving that comeback. Stayed subtle. And some discussions were going on between the wicketkeeper and the bowler. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but one thing I could surely say would be something that the wicketkeeper found fishy against Ishak and is telling it to the bowler. Maybe this is to bowl to the fullish length, way outside off stump. 56 for 6. One more to go. This is how the batting card looks like. The two openers stood and played a promising innings. The problem here is any one of those openers should have played till the end of the innings. They would have set well, they would have scored a lot of boundaries, but both the openers lost their wicket and the team is struggling in the initial phase. Now last over to go. If they score 4 runs, it will be 60. 14, it will be 70. 24, it will be 80. Good spell from Ruben anyway. Swings and got the connection. Wow, what a stop. Beautiful try from the fielder. Gave his 100% athleticism, commitment coming on to play. Good work and good start to the over again. 2 runs on the board. Karuna the bowler. This is good alteration of length. The previous one went on to be a close delivery, but this time it's inviting the batter to go into the back foot. Sometimes what happens in the death overs is the batters will be hardly pushing themselves towards one particular leg. It will be either on the back foot or it will be either on the front foot. Now change that angle, eventually you could see them under pressure. For that you should set them for a particular length, and that's run out opportunity. Good work, good sportsmanship here. Despite of what they had in the mind, they are just giving another chance to the slipped batter. I think we have to give 10 marks, 10 out of 10 to the sportsmanship in this tournament. Discipline is coming on to play. Steps out, good shot. But eventually goes for the single. Going for the second run and no chance for that. That's a good throw from the fielder. This time it's a run out opportunity. Grab that properly, the wicketkeeper, and gets a wicket. Another wicket falls. The count doesn't matter. But anyhow, that's 59 for 7. Look at that. In fact, 60 for 7 it seems. Good throw from the long on fielder. Goes for the white ball. 60 for 7, UBC Knights. Another one gone for the white ball. Projected score 63. I'm not sure whether it will be a fighting total or not. But they have secured something which is considered to be par score in this venue. 60 looks like a better total. Not to feel shame on that, but at the same time, I'm not sure whether it is going to be a winning total or not. That's run out. Dot ball and a run out to end this innings. That's end of 10 overs. It's 61 for 8 UBC Knights, and 62 will be the target here for the Sun TV to chase down in 10 overs. Taking back a look at the previous delivery. Tried to swing the ball. Couldn't get the connection. And that immediate reaction from the wicketkeeper. That's good piece of work from the wicketkeeper. 61 for 8. 62 the target here for Sun TV to win in the second innings. Now the second innings. 62 needed for the Sun TV. Starting off the mark with a single. Both Ruben and Karuna the batters in the middle. With Murugesh bowling the first over. In the first game, Sun TV didn't got enough opportunity to bat down, as they got small target to chase on, and both the openers have chased down the target. Now it will be, even this is a chasing game, but this will be an experimental phase on their batting. How their top order is going to bat, how their middle order is going to consolidate the innings, everything will be tested down. Of course, the game in the first batting will be even much better platform for them, but this is going to be a testing phase. Especially for someone like UBC Knights who are in an urge to win this game. They will try their best. That's a slog muscled by the batter. Maximum over. Nighthawk Energy Drinks banner. Beautiful sixer. I love this bat swing. Typical Dhoni style of batting. Look at that. The bat swing, the power that comes from his right muscle. You can't see Ajinkya Rahane kind of batters playing these kind of sixers. That's having different kind of elegance for us. This is having different kind of elegance. A typical Indian batting, we could call this. Or in another term, when Kapil Dev scored 175 against Zimbabwe, one of the Zimbabwe bowlers said this: "You are a bloody slogger." Like this, we are typical Indian bloody sloggers in terms of certain aspects. That's what he did. But that doesn't mean Indians can only own the tag of bloody sloggers, because there were many Indians who score elegant sixers. You take someone like Parthiv Patel, who will score sixer like someone like Parthiv Patel with uppercuts and flick shots. Such a delight to watch. So India is a country which have a mixed style of batting. Certain batters have copied the style of British, as the game itself has been. But before that, this is the first dismissal. Stepped out and swings the bat cluelessly. And this is not a quality batting. This is not a quality batting. Just look at that. Stepped out and swing the bat cluelessly. Flat batter stroke makings won't work here. First breakthrough here brings up Murugesh for UBC Knights. That's 8 for 1 Sun TV. Eight for 1 Sun TV. Basha the new batter to accompany Ruben. We are speaking about the slog swing that done by the previous batter. You should watch the ball till the end. Straight bat is always preferable. And speaking about typical Indian batting styles, we'll come back for that later. But this time it's to the covers, catches the call, and that's taken. That is taken. In the second attempt, that's been taken. Look at the celebration. UBC Knights are bringing up different hopes in the power play. Back-to-back wickets here, especially this one. Look at the catch. Look at the catch. Beautiful work from the fielder. Good work. Good stuff. Looks here. 1 over 8 for 2. Taking back a look at that. Initially he stopped the ball, then he caught the ball. That good balance from the fielder. This actually brings a lot more energy to the side. You can't say this side is going to win on a particular day, because it's up to the day, it's up to the momentum that they're gathering. Good stroke making, but end of the day, good stop from the fielder. Placing such tall fielders at those kind of regions will actually work for them. That's what UBC Knights are doing. Anyway, Sun TV are struggling in the power play. Let's wait and watch how they're going to come back stronger. But before that, we are speaking about this typical Indian batting styles. This will be a long debate, which is the typical Indian batting style, because we've adopted this game from British and we copied the style of British, like the way how the British will hold the bat, like the way how the England bowlers will bowl the ball. Then it transformed into a mix of Indo-British style of batting when Sunil Gavaskar kind of batters came into action. But whereas when Kapil Dev came into the action, it's a typical Indian bloody slog. The bowler is on a hat-trick. It's a chance that could have been taken. It's not for the bowler. It would have been a team hat trick. Ishaq the bowler. Still the first bowler. If he continues to bowl his next over, the hat trick will continue for him. Coming back to the topic we are speaking about. Good start here from UBC Knights. As of the evolution of this game, the Indo-British style of batting have transformed certainly into typical Indian batting. Maybe the pitch condition here was a bit different from the way how the pitches were reacted in the English conditions. So to adapt to such a kind of conditions, the batters especially started adapting to a new style of backlifting, to a new style of bat swing. Especially there are a lot more spinners have played in India. So to adapt to the spinners condition, catches the call. They've invented a different form of batting. So that is a bit of pure typical Indian batting until Kapil Dev arrived. When Kapil Dev batted it in a different way, as of the words of the Zimbabwe cricketer, bloody slogger. Maybe that's the way how the rural Indians used to bat, with the muscle power, with the way how we hold the bat. You can't own that as a copyright, but that's a different way of batting in India. Good stop from the bowler. It's quite misfield. You would have seen that disappointment from the wicketkeeper's heads. So the answer for this question won't be the style of what Kapil Dev or Rinku Singh or Mahendra Singh Dhoni does, even Hardik Pandya does, or it won't be the way how Ajinkya Rahane or Sachin Tendulkar were batting, or it won't be the way how Mayank Agarwal kind of batters were batting with high backlift. Even when you take someone like Yuvraj Singh, he's a tall, typical Australian style of batter. When it comes to India, it's a mix of all. They have a lot of variety, and this is one among that. That's a boundary here. Welcome boundary here for the batting side. In fact, much needed boundary this is, because they were under pressure. Finally, at the end of 2 overs, it's 16 for 2. Good change of position. That's beautiful stuff. Goes for the boundary. $18 for 2. After 2 overs, there's 44 runs required of 48 balls. Ball run to win this game. There wasn't enough pressure as of what I was doing now. I'm trying to add a lot more build-up to this game. UBC Knights were dominating the early breakthrough. Of course, that's there. They were in a bit of confidence now after picking up 2 wickets. Like the way how Mumbai Indians does in the captaincy of Rohit Sharma. Maybe that could be an added pressure for the opposition. But in a free tone, Sun TV are having big advantage of winning this game. They should not lose the momentum. Good bat swing, catches the call. But that's a boundary. That beats the fielders, both the mid-wicket and the long-on fielder, into the cow corner region. Good placement from the batter. Because if you are having a powerful stroke, it's always better to place it between 2 fielders. That's what Kieran Pollard does. Good boundary here. Nurul, the new bowler, starts off with conceding a boundary. Mukesh and Ruben, the 2 batters. Both the batters were scoring boundaries each. Another slogging attempt. This time into the grounds. Will be going for the second run comfortably. A positive intent here from the batting side. Sun TV have started scoring runs on the board, it will always be pressure for UBC Knights. And that's what I said. If they try to score runs on every single ball, it should be a single in fact, then automatically UBC Knights will be under pressure. The only thing that could improve their confidence would be the wicket column. They should not leave that wicket column. But whereas into the point of view of UBC Knights, the one game that they can take as an example, that's quite crucial call. That's quite crucial call to watch out for. The umpire doesn't give a wide for that. But whereas they were feeling it a bit of different way. Let's take back a look at that. Look at that. He moved a bit, but that's a bit harsh call it seems. Catches the call, wicketkeeper under the ball. That's taken. That is taken. I said the wicket column is something that's going to boost UBC Knights, and they have picked up another wicket. And that's the joy and celebration were going on the screen. Sun TV should be very careful on choosing the strokes. They should not lose wickets in the middle. It's 24 for 3. A danger sign here for Sun TV. $24 for 3. .5 overs, 24 for 3. They've been struggling in the middle. This time it's given wide. Royal Premier League, the Prince of Arcot trophy. A prideful trophy because the name says it all. Closes the pace of the bat and gets a single. 3 overs, 26 for 3. Sun TV. That's the batting scorecard so far. As the openers, Ruben lost his still in the crease. Karuna, Basha and Mukesh, but the 3 batters lost in the middle. Now it's Deepan, the new batter, who have to accompany with Ruben to make sure that they are winning this game. It's just small numbers in front of them. Just 36 runs to win this game. Unless they don't lose much wickets in the middle. If they lose much wickets in the middle, they can't chase down the target comfortably. It's going to be a troublesome factor for them. Everything will be clear in the next 3 overs. At the end of 6 overs, we'll be coming for a clarity that who is having the upper hand in this game, who's sitting in the driver's seat. New bowler into the attack. Arun the bowler. Goes for wide. $27 for 3. Sun TV. A cheeky one. Pushes through the cover for single. Cheeky single should be cut down by UBC Knights because it's not an easy game for them. The runs required is lesser than the amount of balls to be bowled. Number of balls to be bowled. Look at that. They're playing sensibly. I think Ruben is initiating this partnership, it seems. Controlling Deepan to not lose your wicket in the middle. Maybe it's the initiation of Deepan. We are not sure who's initiating this partnership. But one among these 2 batters were having that sensible thought process to rotate the strikes here and there. Now this will put them under pressure, UBC Knights. They will try to push the fielders within the 30-yard circle as close as possible to restrict the single. But it's always easy one. At the long on and at the long off to rotate the strike. Swing and got the connection. Better. Good try from the fielder. Giving his 100% for his side. That's great commitment to the field. Taking back, look at that. Arun tried to bowl that low full toss delivery. Look at that swing. And this is Had a bit of extra bounce after pitching on the ground and could stop from the fielder. He's losing his control in the middle, it seems, Arun. Inviting them to go for a big shot, or is it he's going out of his way? I'm not sure about that, but yes, he's trying to attack the stumps with low filters. Unless the batters try to go for the big shot, this game won't go out of the hands for Sun TV. That's the biggest problem here for UBC Knights, and they were well known of that. I think if I were the captain, I'll try to add a silly fielder. Either of long on or long off fielder, one of them will be inside the circle, because you have to take that risk in a game like this. That's a strong shout of a wicket, and the batter is walking away. He is walking away. No signs of the umpire raising his finger. Maybe leg umpire would be giving a decision, but that's a dismissal. That's another wicket falls. When you try to go for a big shot, you are putting your team down here. That's the problem. Go for the strike rotation. Dear gentleman, Ruben here lost his wicket, 33 for 4. That's quite sensible cricket. Pushes here for the single. Now Deepan joins hands with a new batter. Another runs on the board here, 35 for 4 after 4 overs. Ajay being the new batter. $27 runs needed in 36 balls to win this game. Now you have to show your Pujara skills to all those batters. Need not to be a Pujara, in fact. When you take Rohit Sharma during his early phase in the T20 game, after the power play, he used to rotate the strike on the long on, abruptly at the long on region. Of course, the bowlers might sometimes tempt you. That's a boundary anyway. Welcome boundary here for the batting side. Even though the opposition tempted you, you should rotate the strike at the long on region, because one batter should always stay still at the end to ensure that they are winning the game. If you're throwing your bat without knowing the context of the game, sometimes it would be a bigger pressure for you. This is sensible cricket. There were three areas, in fact 4 areas we could call that. 2 straight areas, one being long on and another one being long off, where you can score a single anytime the ball is coming below your hip level. If you're pushed down towards the back-footed areas, push it through the sweeper cover for single, or push it through the square leg for single, where there won't be any fielders within the 30-yard circle. Even third man would be a better idea to rotate the strike. Then why else you should go for a slog sweep to find a fielder at the deep? That's not going to work. This is beautiful. Good footwork. Good use of elbow. We'll speak about some basics of cricket, technical cricket at this point of time. That's what mandatory for Sun TV. Whereas for UBC Knights, they have to imagine what happened in the night of 2017 IPL final. Even after scoring that half century by Ajinkya Rahane, at one point of time, Pune were 50 for 1. That's a drop catch. Just take back a look at that. Take back a look at the easy one. That's easy sitter for the wicketkeeper. He wasn't aware of the situation. He didn't expect that to be a wicket. Good close of the bad pace. Because there weren't any hopes for Mumbai Indians till the end of the innings. But at some point of time, they pushed the game towards their hands and eventually won the game. 5 overs, 43 for 4. Now just 18 runs required to win this game. That's 18. 19 in fact to win this game. 18 to draw the score. .43 for 4. Catches the call. The ball should be in there to grab the catch. Now that's a misfield. They'll be getting another couple of runs on the board. Now Sun TV is almost near on where they're trying to go. $18 runs required of 29 balls to win this game. Dot ball. Nurul continues to bowl. Catches the call. That's quite surprising again. That seems like an white ball, but unfortunately it was not. Maybe the umpire will get the final decision. We might be having different opinions to make a comment on that. And that's why we are called as commentators. Pushes down. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Closing the pace of the bat on the on-drive to rotate the strike. Sensible batting display and good running between the wickets. This is where the real batting is waiting for you. It's not about swinging your bats here and there. Forget about the run rate. It's about winning this game because Sun TV have got a huge number of run rate in the first game itself. Just push the singles here and there. That's most mandatory here. 16 of 26 to win this game. Another beautiful stroke making. I really love the way how he's batting. Ajay the batter along with Deepan. .47 for 4. Pushes the single. Now just simplistic terms here. Look at the bowling card. Anbu, Arun have bowled single overs each other. 9 and 8 conceded. Nurul conceded 6.50 in an economy. Picked up a wicket. And he completed his spell by giving 13 runs in 2 overs. Now 14 runs required in 24 balls to win this game for Sun TV. Will there any space for the Magics to happen? Well, I don't see any space for the Magics. Maybe for dramatic purposes we can extend the thought process to an extent. Or for the joy of the game. Because this game have given us a lot of surprising finishes, shocking finishes. Can we see such a kind of finish today? To remind you about one, being that Mushfiqur Rahman's, in fact Mushfiqur Rahim's finish against India in a T20 World Cup game at Bengaluru. They have almost won the game and started celebrating even before the winning runs, and then eventually the game fall into the hands of India. Those kind of happenings have happened a lot more times here. Catches the call. He's trying to cut the ball. Try for the cover drives. Try to go through the inside out. Enjoy your brand of cricket. That's what I'll say if I was a captain or coach of the side. Beautiful, beautiful. This is where the real standards of batting hides itself, because everybody can hit sixers, but when it comes to sensible batting, you should put your mind, you should put your body, the concentration should be high, and you should manage a game plan with your partner. A lot more things were there in the strike rotation. Catches the call, and that's good take from the fielder. Beautifully taken. He initially ran too higher, too faster in fact, and then got himself comfortable according to the pace of the ball. Beautiful catch taken. He's the same fielder who caught that catch at the mid-off initially, if I'm not wrong. He's different it seems. Anyway, that's 4th wicket have fallen. 49 for 4 now, Sun TV. 11 more runs required to win this game. 13 more runs required to win this game. Shiva, the new batter, to complete the final proceedings as Deepan walked away. Now Ajay and Shiva will be the batters to complete the proceedings to face Murugesh, who brought the breakthrough. 49 for 5 in fact. Swing and a miss. No chance of a single. Final bit of hope here for UBC Knights. Cheers were going on. The fielders were clapping each other. That one small hope still there. 11 more runs required to win this game. But still, 11 more runs needs to be scored in this ground. You won't be given any one run as an advantage. You should score all the runs. Played straight. Catches the call again. This time no chance of this being a catch. That will be just a single. 3 wickets for the bowler so far. He's been an exceptional performer for UBC Knights. If he was given another 2 overs to bowl, things will be completely different for UBC Knights. But unfortunately, one bowler will be allowed to bowl only 2 overs. Maybe he can come up with a different getup to bowl, but that's not allowed in this tournament. That's a boundary. A welcome boundary, which ensures the final proceedings. Now just 8 more runs required to win this game, and that's 50 up here for Sun TV. Look at that. This one, a previous shot, and this being that shot, he stepped out. Ajay the batter, good stroke making, which brings the end of his spell. 3 for 13 from Murugesh. 3 for 9, 13. Seven overs, 54 for 5. 8 more runs required to win from 18 balls. With Shiva and Ajay, I don't see any wickets falling from here. This will be a comfortable finish. Tried something cheeky but couldn't get the connection. But that's a dot ball into the line. Shocked the bowler. Swing and a miss. The problem here is he's turning his head even before watching the ball. He's actually watching the release point of the bowler, and then straight away he's turning his head where he wants to hit the stroke. He should watch the ball laterally on where it's coming. Look at that. The head is turning even before he's hitting the ball, and that's why he couldn't connect the ball better. Will be an easy boundary. 2 more to win this game. Steps out and punished hard for just a single. Now the scores were level. The final hopes for UBC Knights coming down. Good fight from the bowlers, of course. The way how Murugesh fought, even Ishak bowled really well. But the score they have posted in the end of 10 overs is very low. That's the problem. Catches the call. No chance of that being a catch. And with that single, they are winning this game by a difference of 5 wickets. Another victory for Sun TV. Back-to-back victories for them. Whereas for UBC Knights, it's another losing game. Ruben getting the man of the match for his batting display. And he picked up 2 wickets with the ball. Conventional performer with the ball, with the bat on the field. As Ruben gets the man of the match award. And good fight from UBC Knights. They should come back stronger from the upcoming weeks. And that's the story of this game. Sun TV are winning this game by a difference of 5 wickets. And that's how the day went so far. We saw 6 different games. In most of them being 100 plus totals have been won easily by the teams batted first. With one being a close encounter. And this one being a different fought game. Finally Sun TV won the game. The final 2 games have been won by team batted second. The first 4 games have been won by team batted first. That's the story of the day. We'll wait for the tomorrow's contest to see what's going to happen in the points table race.